All right, guys, how to touch and kiss a much younger woman the right way so that you build massive, sizzling sexual tension with her in a way that she cannot keep her hands off of you. And guys, if you're over the age of 30, this right here is what I want you to start doing right now. So in this video, we are going to dive deep into the topic of sexual tension, dive deep into the science of touching and kissing a much younger woman, and why most of you keep inadvertently breaking the sexual tension instead of building it up. Now, I do want to make one thing absolutely crystal clear here. What I'm about to show you here on this whiteboard, guys, I'm about to put a great power right into your hands. So do not abuse this. Do not use this to manipulate women just to get a quick lay. The good thing though is that once you understand what I'm about to show you here, you are literally ahead of 99% of the men walking on this planet. Now, my name is Jesse, and I spent the last 20 years talking to thousands of women, coaching hundreds of guys, and you begin to see these patterns. You begin to see these patterns of what really works and what doesn't. And you begin to see how women react to all of this the exact same way. Literally every single time, just like clockwork. So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to fix the problems you're having so you can walk into any situation with a young, beautiful woman and quickly spark off that sizzling, that crackling, that magnetic sexual tension when you want with her just by touching her in the right way. But guys, first, we do need to cover what exactly is sexual tension first. Because if you do not understand what is sexual tension, you will never understand how to properly build it. And if you don't know how to properly build sexual tension, you're not gonna know how to touch and kiss the girl in the right way. So we have to cover that first. All right, so the first thing you need to understand about sexual tension is that sexual tension is not the same thing as attraction, guys. Attraction and sexual tension are two very different things. They are not one and the same. Now, your first job when talking to a girl is to spark off a little bit of attraction. That's the first feeling that you want her to feel, attraction for you. But once you have a little bit of attraction, after that, your main job really is to focus on building sexual tension with her. Sexual tension is the feeling you want her to feel after that initial spark of attraction. Sexual tension is your North Star emotion that should be guiding you. Now, what most guys do, the big mistake they make, is that instead of conscientiously building sexual tension with the girl, they inadvertently keep breaking the sexual tension. They do the opposite of what they're supposed to do. And later on in the video, I'll show you how to fix that. So what is sexual tension exactly? Well, it's the feeling of wanting something that is denied to you. Specifically, it's wanting a sexual release that you're denied. For example, there's a girl in front of you, you want to have sex with her and you can't. That's going to build some sexual tension. There's a girl in front of you and you want to touch her or you want to kiss her and it's being denied to you, but it's so close, it's right there. That right there is sexual tension. It's wanting something, but you can't have it. It's right in the name, guys. It's slightly uncomfortable. You feel that tension right there, and hence the name sexual tension because of the denial. So I'm gonna give you a quick example here just to make it crystal clear. So picture this. You're talking to a girl at a bar, you got her really turned on for you, okay? So your fingers are like down there on her crotch, discreetly rubbing her over her jeans, applying a little bit of pressure, just enough to get her wet between the legs. And while she's just melting into it, you lean in, you whisper into her ear, "Oh girl, this is so bad what we're doing. We really shouldn't be doing this in public. We have to be good, girl. We need to control ourselves." And here you're just turning her on. because you've got her body screaming for the next step. You got her body screaming for more, but you are also simultaneously verbally denying the next move. And it's that verbal denial. It's that teasing with your fingers. That's where the tension comes in, because you are leaving her wanting more. And this is the exact same playbook that strip clubs use to print loads of cash and money and take advantage of men, right? Think about it. What does the female dancer do? Well, she gets down, she starts grinding on your lap a little bit. She's maybe a couple inches away from your face. Her hair is brushing against your cheek. She's sliding her hands over your shoulders, and she kind of leans in like she's about to go down on you. But instead, what does she do? She gets up, she pulls back, maybe she walks away. She's creating sexual tension, giving you a taste, giving you a tease, and denying you of more, leaving you wanting more, leaving you wanting to spend more money on her, compared to if she just went ahead and did the deed with you, right? That's the sexual tension. And guys, we're gonna get to it. This is what you have to understand to kiss and touch a younger girl properly. Now, working our way up to touching the girl, one thing you have to really understand about how to build sexual tension is you need to have physical proximity to the girl you're talking to. This is a huge mistake I see a lot of guys make in the coaching. So to build sexual tension, guys, you really need to step in to that girl's personal space. And what's her personal space? Well, her personal space is stepping in 12 to 18 inches away from her when you're talking. So you're stepping in pretty damn close, guys. 12 to 18 inches ideally when you're talking to that girl. Right in touching distance. So it's almost like you could be just talking and gesturing and just accidentally touch her. Close enough that you could almost just lean in and give her a kiss. And that close physical proximity is what's gonna build that sexual tension. It's gonna create that electric feeling. Because she's gonna have the feeling like, oh shit, he's standing so close, it's like almost anything could possibly happen. So even if you don't touch her, just the possibility that you could touch her will build a lot of sexual tension. And the mistake that I see a lot of guys make, especially when I've done coaching before, is that they'll open the girl, they'll open and they'll have a 5 to 10 minute conversation standing really far away from that girl, like 5 or 6 feet, out of arm's reach distance. They're not at all in her personal space. And when you're talking to a girl for a long time like that, where you don't step in to close that gap, the problem is not only can you not touch her, but no sexual tension is built. So guys, here's exactly what you want to do anytime you're talking to a younger, beautiful woman. What you want to do is you want to step into her personal space ASAP, as soon as possible. First chance you get. You want to close that space. Now you can do it on the introduction when you introduce yourself. Hey, my name is Jesse. But even if you don't introduce yourself, you still need to be rocking in, taking steps to get closer and closer when you sense that there's a little bit of compliance there, all right? You need to get into her personal space ASAP. And as soon as you do that, what you're gonna notice is this energy shift. Once you get real up close to her, you're gonna see that her pupils dilate, that she gets more excited, that the nature of her smile is gonna change more, because you're gonna feel this sizzling, crackling, sexual electricity between the two of you. Now, once you've got that space between yourself and the girl closed, now you're ready to build some sexual tension with her and touch her and even kiss the girl in the right way, like I'm gonna show you how in a moment. But before I show you how to do that, guys, look, I just wanna tell you, if you're over the age of 30 and you wanna flip your dating life on its head, where you can start to get these girls chasing after you instead of you always chasing after them, if you're tired of watching beautiful women walk on by past you every single day, again and again, you're just standing there, missing out on opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, then go right here, guys, to youngerpartner.com right now. You're gonna see another free video there that you can watch where I break down exactly how the coaching works and how, over the next 12 weeks, I'm gonna work directly with you, okay, one-on-one, to get you that single one girl you deserve, to get you that one single girl you're dreaming about. Now, in full transparency here, gentlemen, this is not for everybody, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. You do have to commit 5 to 6 hours a week to this, and you've gotta be at least somewhat good at learning new things and taking instruction. But assuming that you are a good fit, and you do wanna get your dating life handled once and for all and get yourself a great girlfriend in the shortest amount of time possible, then go right here to youngerpartner.com and let's make it happen. All right, guys, let's get into the juicy stuff. Let's start talking about how to touch a woman in a way that makes her crave you, that makes her obsessed with you. Okay, so touch can be a great way for building sexual tension. The problem is that the way that most guys touch or don't touch a girl, they completely screw it up. They end up breaking the sexual tension instead of building the sexual tension. So the first big mistake that guys make is that they don't touch the girl at all. They never make that bold move to break through the touch barrier. And the problem is that when you don't touch her at all, you're not building any sexual tension, because how can she miss what she's never experienced? The idea is to give her a little hit, a little taste of the drug, and then take it away. The denial is what creates the tension. But if you've never ever touched her at all, she can't feel that. So that's the first big mistake. Now, the next big mistake are the guys who just touch the girl too much. The guys that kind of figure, well, if touching her a little bit is good, then touching her even more is even better. That's their logic, right? So they're trying to touch her as much as possible. They're like manhandling her, they're groping her, they're going all over the place. The problem is that touching the woman too much also breaks the sexual tension, okay? Guys, this is really important. You have to understand this. Because when you're touching her all the time, what happens is that girl starts to feel really validated. She's getting everything she wants. There's no challenge anymore. She feels like she has you, like she already won you over. Nothing is being denied because you're giving her everything, okay? She got what she wanted. So there's no tension there either. So with no touch, there's no tension, and with too much touch, you're also breaking the tension. So the way you want to start to think about touch is the goal is not to touch the girl. That's not the goal. Remember, the focus here is to build sexual tension. Your entire focus is to build sexual tension. Sexual tension is that North Star emotion you want to be heading toward at all times, building sexual tension. So the goal is not to touch, your goal is to build sexual tension. And the way you build sexual tension is through touch. There's a big difference there between the goal, wanting to touch the girl, and the goal of wanting to build sexual tension, and touch is one tool to do that. And if you start to think of touch through that lens, now you're gonna start touching her completely differently, and you're gonna understand that why we wanna touch her in the way that we do. So the proper way that you wanna start touching the girl, in light of the fact that we're trying to build sexual tension here, is you wanna give the girl light touches, intermittent touches, unpredictable touches, not manhandling her, right? Just enough to give her a little bit of a taste. You're giving her a little bit of a hit of that drug, and then you're taking it away from her. You're gonna deny her more. Just like a touch inspection, right? You reach out, you inspect her necklace, your finger accidentally touches her neck, and you take it away. You take the touch away. Or if you're reading her palm, for example, you're not manhandling her palm and trying to touch her as much as possible. You're gonna very lightly touch her lifeline, and that's it. You're gonna take her away. So it's that combination to maximize sexual tension Light, light, light touches, take it away. Create denial. For example, if this guy's, I've got a very specific routine that I like to run. I call it the hot spots routine. And the way this works is when I'm talking to the girl, I tell her, you know, everyone has these hot spots on their body. And everyone has their own favorite hot spot. So I'm really curious. I kind of want to find out which is your favorite. And then I get her permission to find out which is her favorite hot spot. And by the way, getting her permission here, it's permission now to touch her all over her body. So then I proceed to touch her different hot spots, starting with her wrists. Then I go onto the elbows, her neck, her chest. But here's the thing, this is key, guys. You gotta understand this. I never manhandle her. I never go into full grabby grab mode, okay? No, I'm using these small, light, very light, feather light touches. Just enough to give her a small little taste. Just enough touch to make her feel something, make her feel that spark of electricity, and then I take it away to leave her wanting more. Because I'm not touching her just for the sake of touching her, okay? It's not about the touch itself, guys. I'm touching her for one purpose and one purpose only. Not to touch. It's to build as much crackling, sizzling, sexual tension with her as humanly possible. It's all about the sexual tension. That's why I'm touching her. Building sexual tension. Remember, guys, at the very beginning, we talked about how that is the end goal. That's your focus. And that right there, that is the proper way to touch a girl. To lightly touch her and take it away and leave her wanting more. All right, guys, let's move on to the first kiss. Kissing that young, beautiful woman. So what you have to understand, this is very important, guys. It's not about getting the kiss, all right? The kiss is not about the kiss. The kiss is a means to building sexual tension. And sexual tension is your focus. That is the North Star emotion you're trying to build with the girl, okay? So the kiss itself is not the goal, it is a means. And when you start to see it that way, that is going to completely change the way you execute that kiss. Now, the first mistake that guys make is not getting to the kiss at all. They don't make the bold move to kiss the girl. So the first date goes by, the second date goes by, the third date goes by, and he still doesn't kiss the girl. And you can't build sexual tension that way because there's nothing for the girl to miss. There's nothing being denied to her if she doesn't know anything about the kiss in the first place. So if you want to build sexual tension, you do need to get to the kiss. That's very important. But the second big mistake guys make is they go overboard with the kiss. All right, the typical man, he's like this guy wandering around in the desert, super thirsty, and he comes across this oasis and he just drinks and drinks and drinks. And that's the typical guy when it comes to the kiss. He just does these long make-out sessions that go on for minutes on end, putting his tongue down the girl. That also breaks the sexual tension because you're just giving her validation. She feels like she already won you over. There's no challenge there. She's got you. She's validated. You're giving her everything she wants. And remember, sexual tension is wanting the release, but you can't have it. Wanting something that is denied to you. And if you're just doing this long makeout, it breaks the tension because you're giving her everything she wants. So here's what you want to do instead when it comes to the kiss, gentlemen. You want to give her a short kiss, a very short kiss that lasts just a couple of seconds. It's a very soft kiss with lips, no tongue, okay? And then you pull it back. You take it away. You lean in, you kiss her for a couple of seconds, and you take it away. You deny her more. And when she wants more, you simply smile and you say to her, not here, because you have to deny her. Don't get greedy now, girl. because you have to deny her. And it's that tiny little taste. It's that small hit that you're giving her, followed by the takeaway. That's what really ratchets up the sexual tension and sends that sexual tension to the moon. And that's what you want, guys. That's what's gonna leave her lying in bed thinking to herself, I want more, I'm thinking about Bob. That's precisely what gets her chasing more and gets her completely obsessed with you. All right, gentlemen, so whether it's standing in close to her personal space, or giving her these light, teasing touches, or stealing a quick kiss and pulling it away, the principle never changes. You want to give her a small little taste, a small little hit of that drug, and then you take it away. You give her a small little taste and you take it away. And sexual tension truly does live in that sweet spot between I want it and I can't have it yet. Remember that, gentlemen, and you'll have women feeling that magnetic pull toward you, chasing you, and wanting more and more and more every single time. And that's precisely how you touch and kiss one of these beautiful younger women. Now, since you've enjoyed this video so much, you'll want to watch this one next. This is how to turn on a female friend of yours in 3 minutes flat. Now, most likely you got a female friend that you're kind of crushing on, you like her, you want something to happen, but you're in that friend zone. Everything is too platonic. Well, here's what you do to get her turned on, start seeing you like a lover, like boyfriend potential, and do it fast. So go watch that video right now.